Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. How are you? I'm going to post some charts here for our trade ideas tomorrow. And let's see, what is today? Today's Monday, December 11th, 2021. The market closed about 25 minutes ago. And we picked these stocks in the trading room the last hour of the day. I put the stops and everything on there, the buy box, in the trading room, and I just want to share them out there with everybody on what some of my plans are going forward. I want to mention right now that we were holding Walmart, and I think several people in the trading room was also holding Walmart, and had some news out tonight, after the market closed, and it looks like it's gapping up. Right now we're sitting about 150.60 up here, so very happy with our Walmart trade. That'll pay well tomorrow, it looks like. Of course, as long as nothing happens overnight, Walmart's looking pretty good for those that are already in it. Congratulations and way to go, everybody. All right, let's talk about some trades here. Let's talk about PEN. So looking to get into PEN. PEN right now, I put the buy box up here. There's about 6% from the top to the bottom, so risk if I bought near the top, and we're looking about 94.65 or so for a stop on PEN. This is making some all-time new highs up here, so blue skies up there. $100 stock. This could get to 150 or even higher. So I'll be watching, like I say, watching for an entry, a pullback on PEN. Also, I wouldn't be too afraid to buy a little bit of a breakout. It's going to have to be early. I really don't want to buy after these 2 big days up without a rest. But if I feel convicted enough on it, enough conviction on it tomorrow, then perhaps I'll do that. But I'll have to raise that stop up. Another one is TEVA. TEVA may be setting up here. TEVA's come down, nice little bottom here, and we're starting to break to the upside. You can see this rounded bottom being formed here. We rallied up, we pulled back, and now we're back up there to this rally point, actually above it. With 1085 as a stop, I'm looking for a pullback in the box here, and that gives me about 3.5% risk from the top to the bottom. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that and look for that entry on TEVA. And as always, with the Road to Wealth account, what we're going to do, if we buy something like this, as the stock moves up, we'll take profits into strength. That's how we've been able to double, triple, and even quadruple the Road to Wealth account inside 12 months. Now, this is not the only reason. There's a few other things, like we put a stop in. We have a very definite chart pattern we look for a buy, and we have the live trading alerts that helps us get into these positions too. Live trading alerts, by the way, up about looks like 117% now from August this past year, August 2020. So it's doing pretty good so far. We're on, we've actually, the original one, which we started with $10,000 in November, I'm sorry, August, sorry, it's been a long day. In August last year, we've already doubled that. So now we're going for doubling the $20,000 in 12 months. So looking for $40,000 in 12 months. And we're doing pretty good getting here so far. Another chart is GM. Now, GM, my bad. You know, everybody makes mistakes, pushes the wrong buttons and things like that. We bought GM earlier this morning here. We were up really nice on it. And I went to sell half the position, and like a bozo, I ended up selling the whole thing. Sorry about that. Had kind of something happen with my computer. So anyway, we sold the whole thing. I pushed the wrong button and sold everything. My bad on that. I think it's a still great looking chart here. We've made a nice little recovery from the from underneath the T line and underneath the Trendicator back up here. So I'm looking for another buy inside the box here with a stop around 43.40 up here. And again, we'll look to collect those profits on the way up. AMD is looking pretty sharp. AMD had a bit of resistance right in through here, all through here, and then right in here. But now that we've overcome that, I'm thinking AMD could definitely move up higher. If you ask me, AMD's trying to sniff out $100, maybe even get up 105, 110. So that's what I'm kind of looking for, AMD. Stop around 95.25. We'll look for a nice little pullback here inside the buy box on AMD. WRK, beautiful, beautiful chart. Look how this thing broke out 4 days ago, and now we've pulled back, and now we're putting another bullish chart pattern in. Stop that I'll be using is around this 44.85, and the buy box, there's 4.83% from the top to the bottom, so the risk is pretty reasonable. If we end up buying it at the top side here, we'll definitely raise that stop up. Now, we're not going to buy anything until we get the proper alerts, and we're also going to make sure that the market is working in our favor. That's very important, that the market is working in our favor. So if the market is sort of moving down tomorrow, we may not buy any of these. We'll wait till the market is working with us. Has our back. The market needs to have our back. All right, I want to talk about this a little bit here. A little bit more, this chart pattern. Now, this chart pattern is not an official rising 3 method. It's not official because we don't have that third candle in there. An official rising 3 method would be something like this right here. This is what it would look like. Right there. And it's a buy when we get past this high here. So we're right there right now. And I know that's not official, but boy, you don't see this chart pattern very often, not this clean. I know this is missing one of the candles in here to be called a rising 3 method, but boy, I'll tell you, you sure don't see them this clean very often. You just don't see them that clean. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. It's a kind of a rising method, certainly not a rising 3 method, but it's the same principle, same idea. So I'm looking at 44.85. I think I already mentioned that. Buy inside the buy box. HAL. Now, there's several people in the trading room that are already in HAL. I bought HAL going into the close today. What did I do? I bought the April 18 strike contracts, just a long directional trade on this. A few other people were already in it. They're already making money. This is looking pretty good through here. What I'm looking for on this one is simply it has to stay above the T line. So if it comes down and closes below the T line, then I'm going to have to get out of it. But right now it looks pretty darn good. Looked well enough for me to buy it going into the close. And the volume today was greater than the volume Friday, so I think that's a plus. Nice bullish piercing candle here. Nice pop to the upside, a little pullback here, and if you look at that, we've got a nice little double bottom with our 2 bullish candles here. So I think HAL's looking pretty good. Another one is NOV. Now I struggled buying either HAL or NOV. I ended up choosing HAL. One of the reasons why is because this had up here to this top was a little bit limited for price action. I felt I could make more money with HAL. That doesn't change. This is not a good chart. This is a great looking chart. Even up to the 1650 area would be sweet if I was to buy it inside this buy box here. But we break out of that 1650, and this has got a nice little move to the upside. Real nice. So I really like this chart. I did struggle between which one, and I ended up choosing how. But I'll certainly be considering this one tomorrow on an inside day, or later in the week on an inside day here. With a 1460 stop, and again, it's got to get past 1650 to make any big money. But shoot, up into there, if we were able to get it somewhere in the middle, we're looking at 9% up there. GE. Now, GE was on the watch list a couple days ago, I believe, and we ended up buying GE this morning, and that's working out really well. Up a little over 7% right now on GE, and to me it looks like it's still setting up. So I may buy more down here. I might even buy a whole new position if it gives me that opportunity in here on GE. Right now I'm looking for about $3.20 or so for a stop or a target up there, and that represents the February high of last year. Look at that bottom it's putting in, weekly chart. Pretty nice bottom, nice cup in here, little handle being built. So this is looking pretty good. I like that. Little doji, bullish engulf, little flag pullback, looking pretty well here. The last one I have is UAA. Very nice little trend. Here's one thing I'm looking at on it. See how we went up, and then we just went to that top. I'll just put it that line right there. And then what we did is we started to the downside, and now look how we swung back up. So here we got below the Trendicator and the T line, and look how now we're above the Trendicator and the T line. And here's our move, our breakout up above, and here's our pullback to test. Here's our trend right there. Nice candle right in there. So I'm looking at this very nice chart, and I'll look to be buying that inside that buy box tomorrow or maybe sometime this week with a $17 and about a 65-cent stop. Hey, I want to thank everybody for hanging around and hanging out listening to my videos. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Feel free to subscribe and leave some comments. Sure appreciate that. We'll see everybody tomorrow in the trading room. You guys all take care.